It didn't have to happen. It didn't have to happen. It didn't have to happen! Mr. Toastmaster, fellow club members, and honored guests. Late night on April 18th of this year in Boston, Massachusetts, a young, ambitious, highly educated foreign engineer had just pulled over to the side of the street to check a text message. Suddenly, a young man appeared at his car door, speaking rapidly. The engineer could not hear him, so the engineer rolled down his window. The engineer rolled down his window. The engineer rolled down his window for a total stranger. It didn't have to happen. This simple act resulted in 90 minutes of sheer terror for this young engineer. The young man and his brother, who was lurking nearby, carjacked the engineer's car with him in it. They drove around Boston for an hour and a half, threatening to kill the engineer. This engineer was brilliant at his engineering career, but he didn't have a clue about these mean American streets. And it turns out that this young man and his brother were the self-confessed Islamic bombers who bombed the Boston Marathon 3 days prior to that day. It didn't have to happen. My fellow club members, I'm not here tonight to tell you how to avoid being a victim of violent crime. Rather, I'm here tonight to inform you about 3 key principles in reference to the commission of violent crime. Listen to these principles, write them down, keep them in your car, keep them at home, apply them to your own life. The first principle is this: it can happen to you. You can be a victim of violent crime. Now already some of you are silently saying, "Oh no, Thomas, not me. I live in a good neighborhood. I don't hang out with bad people. I'm a good law-abiding citizen. Nothing like that would ever happen to me." God forbid that it should happen to you. Let me make a suggestion. Go to your police headquarters in whatever municipality you may be a resident of. Read the police reports. The police reports are public information. Then come back a week from now and say, "Thomas, I read the police reports," and draw your own conclusion. Some of you may remember last year in September, I gave a speech regarding the ways that we use our automobiles that sometimes put us at risk of being victims of violent crime. I got home that night, I read the slips, the comment slips, and one of the slips, the anonymous commentator had written, "Thomas, you're sensationalizing this topic." My heart broke. No, I'm not sensationalizing this topic. I'm talking the real world. I'm talking the world that we don't know much of, most of us in this room. The second principle is this: every day you're being observed, you're being noticed, and sometimes you're being watched. Now you know how it is when you're carrying out your daily duties of life. You go to work, you go shopping, you go here, you go there, and you notice people. You might notice this woman's outfit, you might notice the car that man's driving, you might notice how those people over there are interacting with each other. When you're walking down the sidewalk, you notice the facial expression on the people that pass you by. Well, in the same way, people are noticing you. Some people are watching you. And not everybody who's noticing you has your welfare in mind. The third principle is this. Most crimes are so-called crimes of opportunity. Most crimes are not committed with painstaking, meticulous, advanced planning. No, most crimes happen suddenly, quickly, without any warning. You know by now that I work out at the state prison in Zephyr Hills. As I stand here tonight, we have 703 men incarcerated out there. Those 703 men did not wake up on the morning of the day they committed their crime and say to themselves, today I'm going to snuff out a human life. Today I'm going to commit armed robbery because I need some cash. No, it usually doesn't happen that way. Most crimes are decisions made in a split second as a result of a split-second opportunity. Don't provide anyone those opportunities. Take these three principles. Be aware of them. Be mindful of them. Don't be fearful of them. Be mindful. I'm a victim of violent crime myself. Most of us don't like to talk about it because we feel so stupid for the things we did to put ourselves in that position to be a likely victim. April 18th of this year, Boston, Massachusetts. Did not have to happen. Mr. Toastmaster.